like I always said, this camera always picks up flaws. It's like I never passed by a mirror. It seems like I never passed by a mirror during my daily routine or my daily activities. But I do. I just don't stare at it. So, this is a review of Breaking Bad. Oh man, I should have figured. I think it's season 4 now. Season 4, episode 2, if I'm not mistaken. Boy, I had to get that out of there. Oh yeah, eye boogers. The time I'm recording this, I should not have eye boogers, but I do. What is that? I got an incoming call. Is it ringing on your? I wonder if I can hear it ringing. I'm gonna decline it though. I think that's just a telemarketer. It's like, hi, are your gutters full or refrigerator running? What's that joke? God, I'm so bad at that stuff. I don't know. They always ask some weird stuff about medical braces or. Oh, the newest one is they're saying, I'm ranting for like 1 minute here. Just let me get this out. The newest one is they're saying the FBI is going to arrest you if you don't pay your bill or whatever. Or something. I don't know. But anyway, this is season 4, episode 2. If it's not, it'll be in the description. But it's Breaking Bad. The title is 38 Snub. So first, I'll start off. I'm going to try to do a more streamlined review instead of me just jumping all around. So, the character you have in there, you have. I wish I knew his name. It's I guess basically he is a bodyguard, or he's a fixer basically. He's Sal's fixer, and of course he's Gustavo's fixer, the big boss, the El Jefe. He's his fixer. So he's in here. Mr. White, Mrs. White. Junior makes an appearance, but like I said in the earlier review, he basically mumbles a few words and that's all he do. Okay, so the in-laws, Hank and the wife are in there. Who else is in this one? There's actually a lot to talk about in this episode. Oh, Pinkman's in there too. So I guess I'll just start off with Pinkman. Pinkman is doing his best to run away from thoughts of killing that guy. Now, you could try and what am I going to say? You can try and dissect this psychologically. You can try and dissect this psychologically. Now, when you it's something. There's a mental barrier that people are born with, I think, or that's instilled. You're not necessarily born with it, but it's definitely. Okay, look. Excuse me. Let me try and calm down and get my thoughts out. So there's a mental barrier that's cultivated or built up when it comes to taking another life. I feel like you're told from the moment you can understand you're not supposed to take a life. They're taking a look at the effect Pinkman having to kill somebody, and the fact, even with the fact that he had to use a drug in order to like give himself the confidence or to try and erode that barrier so he can accomplish that. They're taking a look at that. He's trying to surround himself with friends and party all the time. That's a good song though. But he's trying to just escape. That's all he wants to do. He wants to escape from those thoughts. Now, I've been there. Of course, I haven't killed anybody, but certain mistakes or certain things you feel like regrets that you have in your life can be placed in that same group, because I'm not going to go too deep into individuality and different persons. Different people, I should say. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but Pinkman is struggling with that, and they're showing that. So he's trying to just, escape. He's buying all this stuff. Money's really not that big a deal. He has enough. It's not that important. He's just trying to buy stuff, and then he's trying to get his friends over there, start using heavy, and all in the middle of that, the girl that he's fell for in the rehab center, she stops by with her son. The son is happy to see him because they had some type of connection, even though they only showed one meeting between the two, and now the son thinks that's his new father or something like that. It's TV magic, okay? And And then you have her with this stack of money that he gave her. It's like, hey, you know, best thing you can do with that is just get out of that neighborhood you live in. I think that's all I have to say about Pinkman. There's more to it, though. I think I'm leaving a little bit on the table. And if anybody does watch that episode, there's a lot. It's a lot more complex than I just made it. Now, Mr. White, he has decided to get a firearm. Hence the title, 38 Snub. I think he had. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too versed in firearms. I think it was like a 40 or 45 caliber, so, and it's a full-size handgun, so it's quite large, and he's trying to, he has like some holster, and he's trying to like put it in his belt and trying to cover it with his coat. He's not wearing the correct clothes to conceal it. It was weird because the guy he bought it from was really, really informative, and their conversation was actually like, okay. It just wasn't like, yeah, if you want to put a hole in somebody, get this, or this I call the Widowmaker. It wasn't corny as that. It was like, hey, it was oddly sincere, to be honest. It was the conversation that Mr. White and the gun salesman had was oddly sincere. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It was oddly sincere. But he wound up. He wound up. Got a message. Take that off. Boom. He wound up getting a 38 Snub with. I think it was without the hammer. I don't know. But it's 38. It's a 38 caliber. It's 38 in special. It's like I said. I'm not gonna go into that because I don't know calibers that well. I just thought that interaction was pretty cool. The sincerity of it all. Anyway. Now, Mr. White buys that with the intent of killing. I keep forgetting his name, but the Jefe, the big boss, he buys that with the intent of killing him. But of course, that never comes to. I guess the fixer. I guess he'll be considered a fixer. He's on Mr. White's ass. He sees it. He knows he has a gun, and it comes to a head when they're in a bar. He says, "Look, I know you got that handgun. I know you got that pistol in your waist." He's like, "Push come to shove, it's not going to do much help." Now, Mr. White has psyched himself up. He put his hat on. He's feeling bad. He's feeling like a man. Ooh, I'm ready to do this. The guy's sitting there, deadpan, punches him in the face so hard, Mr. White even forgets that he has a firearm on, and he's just like, "Oh, that hurts so bad, my jaw." And then the guy winds up kicking him twice in the ribs, and he still has the pistol just hanging out right there. He told him, push come to shove, it's not going to do you much good. Oh, and every time they have a conversation, like half of their faces is covered in the darkness. So that just makes it way more eerier. Now, I'm going to jump right into the in-laws. I did Pinkman and Mr. White. I'm going to jump right into in-laws. I'm going to leave Mrs. White for last. So the in-laws. Oh, my God. I think I mentioned this the last episode. I'm waiting to see what's going to be the piece of straw that breaks the camel back, so to speak, because she's just getting overloaded with the word was right there on the tip of my tongue. She's getting overloaded with what is it? She's getting overloaded with what is the word I'm looking for? Wait a minute, I got this word. I know this word. It's not neglect. It's kind of like disrespect. I think it is disrespect. She's just getting overloaded with, being unappreciative. He's being very unappreciative. I mean, he's striving for his own goals. Hank is, I know his name, I forget her name, but he's striving for his own goals. He's actually walking in this episode, but you know, she's still, he's gotten an obsession with precious minerals or precious stones, which I think is hard to deny, because somehow I think I've got the same obsession now by watching the show. I don't know. I think I've ordered like nothing serious. I think I've ordered like what, some sapphires or opals or something. I don't know. I don't know what I ordered. It might not even be real. It might just be some plastic stuff. I don't even know. But he's gained an obsession of that. So now he's focused on that. But meanwhile, she's cooking. She's cleaning. everything. So his bedpan, making food for him. And she's trying to be there in this moment of triumph, but he's just pushing her away and pushing her away. I'm waiting to see how explosive and how the writers are going to, what do the writers have in store for that conclusion. I'm waiting to see that. Of course, there's more to that. This episode is actually fairly complex. Let me see here. So, just looking at the other drivers walking around. So, Mrs. White. Oh man. Now she's on a mission herself in this episode. She's dead set. She's like, look, I'm going to get this car washed by any means necessary. So she's actually sitting there using her brain, and she's figuring out how much this car wash is worth. And she came up with a pretty good figure and made the guy a reasonable offer. But he's like, your last name's White. I had an employee here named Mr. White. He's like $10 million. She comes up when she returns like with a realistic offer, and he's like, okay, $20 million. Some people don't understand. No amount of money is. Some people actually have a backbone when it comes to it. No amount of money is going to make me do what you want me to do. Period. And her little battle with him is really refreshing to watch. I think that was actually the comedic relief in this episode, to be honest with you. But hey, I mean, I could be wrong. A good episode, though. Good episode.